Good evening and welcome back to Here's the Storm. I am your caster Bahamut. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of gillyShark, and on the right, it is going to be Team Training Wheels. This is a Division B East matchup, the Nexus Gaming Series, so this is going to be a best of three. And before we get into this best of three, let's find out what we had in our map. Bans and choices. You have the draft loop muted. There we go. Let's at least fix that. All right, we did have the coin flip won by the members of Team Training Wheels. They opted for first pick. That gives map choice over to gillySharks, who ban out Battlefield of Eternity. Dragonshire was banned out by Team Training Wheels, and Tomb of Spider Queen, first map chosen by gillyShark. We're heading into there right now. Let's get back into this draft as we are going to be seeing Samuro ban coming out from Team Training Wheels. No fun, as we also get free Samuro in the chat. We also see the Hanzo being taken out here, not wanting to see any sort of his poke and vision, and also wave clear that he can offer, and just combos. There's so many synergies with that Samuro in a lot of engagements. Sorry, I could play Samuro today. It's just the other team members were like, yeah, even you can play it, sure. Why not? Ooh, actually, hold on one second. In the draft, we've lost our draft audio. There we go. All right, so I just looked over. I was like, wait, we're missing something here. Draft audio apparently just decided to turn off. At least that's back in the background now. Joanna will be picked up here as the first pick on the side of Team Training Wheels, also taking out the Tyrande, a very strong healer for the members of gillyShark, and also gillyShark taking out the Ana, who has been showing up in a lot of different leagues and different places and making huge waves. The one thing I did not check, which I'm going to do really quickly, is see what the bans are really quickly, so I just make sure that they know. I'm just gonna dump that right into draft chat, as we do have the Sylvanas and the Rexar to start out for gillyShark. Sylvanas with a very, very big push power, as well as a high kill potential, as that Unfurling Shadows can be stacked, or the, I try and remember that level 1, it's something Affliction, is just a really, really good percentage-based damage into a lot of these members. Nem Avenger, how's it going? Thanks for coming by, bud. Jaina Maev will round out this first portion of the draft for Team Training Wheels with that Joan. A lot of good setup, you have Blessed Shield into Ring of Frost, and then you have the Warden's Cage on top of that. We'll be looking to see what else they can dump damage-wise into that. Honestly, if I'm sitting on the side of gillyShark, I'd be looking to maybe ban out a Stukov. That pairs well into that whole combination, as well as into just the circles that they're going to be putting down, and if you have no abilities to use and no sort of disengage tools, that's going to be a bad time with that Stukov. Nice pickup from, or ban out by them. On the side of Team Training Wheels, we see a Sylvanas and Rexar. They still need a few things. We could see a Diablo or an Arthas banned out, as we do know that they do like to play those two heroes inside of gillyShark, as well as they could go support-wise, maybe looking to ban out the Alexstrasza. She's fairly strong. It's going to be that Diablo, okay. It was either support or tank. I don't think that they're going to try and take out any sort of the wave clear. That will be the Arthas, though. Insta-snapped for Jinxie Cat. Don't even need to see who's going to be actually on that one. We still need to see some wave clear, as well as their support for the members of gillyShark. They could pick that up here. That Rexar is definitely going to be in the solo lane, as it looks like it's going to be the Brightwing rounded out healer-wise for the members of gillyShark. The last two picks, though, coming out from Team Training Wheels, they're going to need support, and they're going to need something in the solo lane to go into that Rexar. Malthael might not be horrible. Leoric has made great waves on this map and would actually pair well into all of the setup that they're going to have. More setup with Decker Kane. Personally, I say this is definitely a Leoric that you want to grab here. That Jaina Maev should have enough damage, and Leoric should be beefy enough to deal with a lot of that front line. I like this draft coming out from the members of Team Training Wheels right now. There's a lot of good... Ooh! I wasn't expecting that. I mean, Tomb of Spider Queen, it's a great map for that Medivh, where you're going to be making those rotations. Getting into the backline of that Decker Kane is a great way with the portals, so I like it, but I actually got to really say, Team Training Wheels has got a very strong draft here. A lot of good synergies, a lot of good things they can be putting out here and dealing a finite amounts of damage. Bandit apparently is just not focused in on casting this evening, as cut back and he staring at a blanket. What are you doing, bud? Thank you all for hanging out with me and watching. This is going to be the only best of three that I have on my channel. At 6:30, we're going to jump over to the Nexus Gaming Series channel, where they are going to be picking up the Heroes of the United States versus gillyShark games. So we'll be doing back-to-back games of those, but they will be on two different channels. Mage of Empires, thank you so much for the follow as we go ahead and get right into this. Yeah. Bandit agrees. You need to scoot his camera. But either way, we're going to be loading in here in just a second, and we'll get into our first map between these two teams. Let's get into it. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of gillyShark with Stark on the Medivh, JinxieCat going to be on the Arthas, Kaimo Tripson going to be on the Brightwing, Kagekiri on that Sylvanas, and Chest Looter rounding out the team on the Rexar. It's a bug if you portal out. Anyways, we are going to be having the members of Team Trading Wheels on the right-hand side with gillyShark will be on the Maiev. Taco Cat, spelled backwards or forwards, will be on the B-stepping Deckard Cain. Ryukin will be on the Joanna. Confused on that Jaina, and in the solo lane, we're going to be having Sherlock on the Leoric. Yo, Key Hots, Ghost Bear, how are you? Is that Stark? Yes. Go ahead and take a peek at level 1 talents. We do have that Unfurling Shadows for the Sylvanas. Definitely going to be looking for more damage with that. We do have the Sapphire for that Deckard Cain for some extra slows and setup. We also have the Fingers of Frost from that Jaina trying to stack that up. Now we do have a little bit of an engage starting out in this midpoint. Umberbind going to pull one in. JinxieCat a little too far forward. Will be taken out very early in this game. Team Training Wheels. Taking off the Training Wheels at the start. Going to take a first pick very early into the game. Going to yield them a little bit of experience advantage. Big thing, though, here is going to be trying to take and get rid of Stark's stacks, and that's going to be a second pick off for Team Training Wheels in these rotations. That is Stark going down, losing the Arcane Rift stacks that are going to be what they really, really need to focus on and, well, not die, because as you die on Medivh, you lose those stacks. That's an important one there. Kagekiri going to be just doing their best. Nice use of the Banshees to get right out of there and just kind of leading over to the top portion of the map. Sometimes it's a little believable, but they just go ahead and defend by the gate. JinxieCat back as well as Stark. They're going to continue out and start over on those rotations. We do have the, I believe it's Frost Presence from the Arthas that's going to be trying to extend that range and rooting capabilities from the Howling Blast as they go ahead and portal forward. Umberbind going to pull one back. JinxieCat having to back out there as well and resets into rotations here. Polymorph onto one. Howling Blast does not connect from the Iron Skin. Taco Cat coming down for a second, but they're absolutely fine. Down in bottom lane between Chest Leader and Sherlock. This is going to be a lot of good damage initially on to that Leoric, but this is what I was talking about. Why Leoric is such a good pickup here. Being able to get that life drain onto one of the members is very, very strong. 3 Fists of Betty White Otakus. I'm unsure if Bush League is helping them out. Yeah. Yeah, I mean the Betty White Otakus are just are literally just, it's just a team of subs. Where's Jayhow? Jayhow is currently casting for Heroes Hype tonight for the Apex Legends Amateur Series. But how you doing, Zao? Thanks for coming by. That's already more deaths than expecting this match. I agree, Zero Rules. Wasn't expecting to see that many this early. Go ahead and we'll just continue back into picking up gems, stacking up some of these questing talents as well as maybe trying to find a kill here and there on either side. We also do have Sylvanas with the possession at level 4. Going to be able to get a little bit of a conversion onto some of these minions and maybe even be able to push out the lanes a little bit faster when those web weavers do come into play here. Chest Leader going to play by the gate while Misha going to go ahead and just get a little heckling onto that Leoric, and that Mend Animal is going to get them, just keep them alive for so very long. gillyShark with the pull in here. Reset on the Fan of Knives. That will be Kagekiri with the Banshees right out of there, staying alive for now. But a lot of good damage is going to be coming out from Team Training Wheels. As we get back into this, we do have 3 more gems needed for Team Training Wheels. That will be this wave right here, and they can go for a turn in themselves. Hey, Satat, how's it going? Thanks for coming by, bud. Depends what you hope improving. I think Bush League is a learning experience for everybody, but it really depends on what you consider a learning experience. Turn-in is available for the members of Team Training Wheels, and they're feigning for it. They might try and grab the camp on the right-hand side, try and bolster that mid-lane pressure, as we do have the members of the gillyShark with the availability for turn-in themselves. Ryukin is going to be rotating up here. Kage just going to get a little more poke here and there. And just go out, but really doesn't connect to much. And this will be turn availability for them. Chest Looter does have quite a few, and I think that will be the remaining turn-in that they'll need after the majority of the team does get the turn-in. Yeah, those 14 gems on chest will be enough for them. That will be the phase shift in onto JinxieCat. Nice use of the lockdown from the Deckard Cain. Jaina with dumping out the snow. Portal going to take them right out of there. Stark going to keep them alive. They jump into bird form, and now that's going to be the reset in this fight. Chest Looter now is going to be trying to get this turn-in, I think, as that's going to be also Sherlock doing their best to just push them back. Don't really get gillyShark drafted this game so you can pull something out. This match needs more Korean Zeratul. You know, I don't even think Zeratul got banned during this entire draft. So it just shows that we're different play style here in the Nexus Gaming series. This can be the portal forward. They also do have that Raven Familiar, so they have the extra damage when they go through those portals. First turn in is going to go in favor for gillyShark, as we do have Rexar just free pushing in bottom lane. Leorc, I guess, had to go back at some point to go get full on mana and health. That gives such a great pressure for this Rexar. I thought we were going to see a slower play for this, but no, they're just going to dive right into this. They want to siege right out. They have that Sylvanas who can use her trait to lock down the tower. Look to see them pop that right now. Try and lock down this tower. Save. Oh, wait. If they can get onto this Leorc, it's the best person to die on the team. Oh, they have so much. The Howling Blast connects, and they also have that poison damage. Jinxie Cat going to pick up the first kill for the members of gillyShark in this game, but they still have more in favor for Team Trading Wheels. Bottom lane fort going to go down, and they clear out top lane. They clear out mid lane. So they'll just lose the fort in bottom for now. That does make it a little bit better for that solo lane matchup. It means it's a little bit more difficult for that Leorc, but that's going to be the portal forward. They're looking for some damage here. Misha taking way too much damage, and she will be going down. Cleanse goes out to the team, and they back right out of there. They're not going to be able to get too much as the Misha has gone down. Things to note really quickly, we do have that Sylvanas with the Fingers of Frost sitting at 19 out of the 20 stacks. That Frost presence on Arthas is sitting at 8 out of, I believe, 20 as well. We have the Frozen Waste, which is at 70 out of 150, and Medivh sitting at 29 stacks on the, 30 stacks on the Arcane Rift, not too far off. Lastly, the Unfurling Shadows on that Sylvanas sitting at 54 stacks. Really getting that damage up. And the quick way to note that is just half the number of stacks that Sylvanas has, and that's her bonus damage. Now, this is a lot of damage going out onto Ryukin on that Joanna. They're able to get healed up, also popping that Iron Skin to keep themselves safe. 35 gems sitting on them. If they drop those and they can't pick them back up, that's a huge play for the members of gillyShark. Berserloff might have been caught out of position, and that will be Leorc going down, dropping a few gems. Ryukin is going to maybe make a play for this, but you can see they're zoning around this. They want to make sure that these expire so they can't pick those up and just whittle down the economy on that side of Team Training Wheels. This is a little bit of a, it's still very, very even as we're getting into this. It's 2-2 in kills, but 10s have hit for gillyShark. It's going to be, Unleash the Boars. I'm very happy about that. Howling Blast goes out. We do have Medivh with the Leyline Seal, maybe looking for some setup here and there, and no Syndragosa. Unfortunately, no Syndragosa. Also, we're going to have the Blink heal from that Brightwing. Not going to be going in for the Emerald Wind for that knockback or any sort of control around the boss. Mid lane is going to be cleared out here. It looks like Kage should have an easy job of that. Umbral Bind pulls them in. That will be the Warden's Cage. That is also the Lornado. Push them right back in. As Kage Kiri taking way too much damage, they will be going down. They try and turn this around. That's also going to be the Arcane Rift stacks finished by Medivh during this, so they don't need to worry too much about that. That's also going to be combo chips and so very low. The portal's going to get them out, but Brightwing still goes down. The Shield Glare goes out, but they don't get the kill onto Stark. And with 2.5 kills right there, Misha going down, they can definitely get a turn in, and that's going to be a decent amount of pressure as the Web Weavers can easily descend into the lanes. Bottom lane, though, is really pushed up, so they're going to have to clear this out as quickly as possible. The lane will always go out as far as your minion wave has spawned, so for top lane, we're going to see it crashing right around this front gate. Mid lane seems like it's about the midway, and bottom lane, well, Leorc was trying to clear this out, but Chess Leader's making sure that it gets pushed back even further. Actually, no, not your minion wave. That's Alterac Pass. Not Alterac Pass. Garden of Terror. This one is as far as the enemy wave is pushed into the lane. It just stops right there. Either way, top lane is going to be their eye, or at least their goal right now, is they want to try and open this up. This is the boss lane. A lot of good plays are made with that, but the Jaina is going to be turned on as they dive into the back line, and that's also going to be the portal not coming out in time, but that's also going to be phase shift in from the Brightwing just in time to keep them alive. Kagekiri is trying to make their way out, and they are able to, so nobody goes down. They pick off the Jaina. Top lane, though, still has a weapon for fairly healthy, and it gets the front gate, and they're trying to just make sure that that's the only thing it's going to get. Already taking down the well. Medivh jumping through these portals that will be the route onto them, but they don't have any sort of burst to follow up onto that. They'll get the clear onto this Web Weaver, chasing them out a little bit. Bottom lane still has a Web Weaver with a little bit of health, and they just want to chase this triple root, or at least a double right there. It's also going to be the Wailing Arrow out from Sylvanas. And just the slow play. Nothing. They're just right into this gate. They're also going to be... Warden's Cage is going to come out with the Lornado going to be pushing them all around here. Kage Kiri going to be trapped inside this This Entomb, Gigglesmack's so very low. Portal forward, they're trying to do a little bit more damage, but that's going to be Misha going down. And with that Raven Familiar doing a little bit of damage, that will help them out, but the slows are going to be there. We also have Jinxie Cat trying to just also peel and help the members in the backline. Ryukin is very low. Once again, going to continue to get that healing up from the Decker Kane, and Arthas will be going down. There should be another turn-in available for the members of Team Training Wheels. I like the play that they're making, though, right now. They're going for the boss in the top area, and they're going to try and time that out with the Web Weaver turn as well. Ryukin going to turn in the majority of their gems. They're going to now cycle out the Joanna for the Leoric for the gem turn, or at least I think they would. Maybe it's not the case. Also, Ektar, hi, how you doing? And Wono Hots, thank you for coming by as well. Whew. Let's go ahead and actually, well, we have like this in-between phase. We'll look at 13s and then we'll swap and look at some of the damage numbers, as I haven't really cycled through any of that. That is going to be the boss picked up. They don't go for the Web Weaver pickup right away, so these will be stalled out a little bit, or at least staggered out a little bit, which gives the opportunity for gillyShark to get the clear onto this, but seems like we have a phase shift from Brightwing. They're just regrouping. This will be top lane fort given over. We'll see if Team Training Wheels can keep this momentum in top lane. As it looks like they still... Oh, Leyline Seal coming out. Okay, Misha diving in, double stun. We have a little bit more damage. Wailing Arrow out from Sylvanas. They're trying to focus on the Janna. And the Iron Skin's going to be used. They get the Joanna down. That also will be Maiev going down. I was waiting for it. Confused is going to be a little dazed as they get knocked out. And that will be Decker Kane to be followed up as well. Web Weavers, though, have descended in all these lanes. So while they did just wipe out 3, and Leoric's the only one left, that is still going to be a lot of pressure they need to deal with. This boss Web Weaver in top is going to do a decent amount of damage as it's already opened up the front gate. The rest of the team will jump onto this and try and clear it. Chest Looter going to do a little bit of double duty, clearing out mid lane and then probably dropping into bottom, while the rest of the team makes sure that top lane gets pushed back as far as possible. And they also maybe want to even try and even this out by taking out the fort, but everyone is back up and alive from that last engagement, as the death timers are not that long. Let's go ahead and check over on some of the experience. Actually, let's check on the healing first. Yeah, they want to try and even out this top lane as best they can. Jinxie Cat will anchor for the team just to zone or at least get some vision as they're coming in on this. Root goes out. Kage gonna back out. Water Elemental is going to be used. 16 talent tier. Closer in favor for the members of gillyShark in this later half of the game. You can actually see how some of that experience is coming in with those later game kills. Bottom lane fort does go down 7-7 in kills, but we have more experience, quite a bit actually. Entomb goes out on Jinxie Cat. They might have to pop the Army of the Undead, but it's 0.0 seconds off, and now that it's up and available, they can use it here, but they might not be able to get those ghouls. The roots and the blinds and everything will be there. Jinxie Cat staying alive. That's going to be the team cleanse. Wailing Arrow goes out, but the Leyline Seal was so good to keep everybody from getting that last auto attack onto Jinxie Cat. Huge play coming out from Stark on the Medivh right there. Really, really just... That's exactly what you want from your Medivh right there. Zerloff is just trying to step forward. We have the portal for the rest of the team to maybe join in, or at least just to get the Rexar right out of there. They have turn-in availability. 82 gems sitting on the side of gillyShark. They are nearing that area where they could have back-to-back turn-ins. That's actually probably an actual thing if they do get a turn-in here and they do push up further. Be able to go ahead and clear out the waves and get that second turn-in during portal forward. Gonna get some damage onto the Joanna, but back right out of there. And they're sharking around. They definitely have the availability for the double turn-in after the Web Weaver phase. 16 talents here in their favor as well. I was wondering, are they going to be going in for any sort of extra pressure? They're just going to grab the siege camp for bottom. Not going to be trying to use their talent tier advantage over the enemy team, which is the one thing that I was a little surprised by. I thought they would try and be a little aggressive with that. They have the scouting out with Medivh. 16 talent tier isn't here just yet. Holy crap, how did she not die? I have no idea. Leyline Seal sets up. 3 members are in it. Medivh going to be portaling in. They're looking for some of those backline members. They do find one. That's going to be Leoric at least. Going very low. Going to be getting the Entomb. They're staying alive. That is also going to be Vault of the Warden, but Kage... Actually, Rexar is going to be finishing out that kill onto Leoric somehow, and now the Vault of the Warden is... Warden's cage is going to be down. They also do get the Wailing Arrow out. Ryukin is very low. They turn around and get the Misha kill. Kage is so very low themselves. They need to find some... They need to... Oh my god, another Leyline Seal. That's 16 talent here with the cooldown reduction. They find the Jaina kill regardless, and they get the turn in with the Web Weavers. Bottom lane is so far pushed out. This Web Weaver will descend right onto this keep. Top lane is just going to mostly just help push this out and get the clear. They could rotate someone up there for that experience gain as well as the gem count. Bottom lane, though, actually getting cleared out fairly quickly. They know exactly that they want to get rid of that, and you can see the wave's already here. Hey, Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. I appreciate that. Hope you're having a great night. Thanks for coming by. Like, this game is so insanely back and forth. I'm just trying to use our little bit of downtime here to chug some water so we can get ready for our next fight. That's exactly going to be it. They have this web weaver pressure coming in through mid lane. Top lane is still alive. Bottom lane has gone out, but mid is very, very healthy. They can try and push in, but there's a bit of a choke point. They don't want to play too much into that and give over any sort of advantage that they have. Maybe they can rotate over to top and try and push this out. It doesn't seem like it'll be the case as gillyShark has cleared that out. Now, this is what I was talking about. They have back-to-back turn availability, but there's 10 seconds left until they can do that. I'll have to either wait around for this, and that's... Oh, wait, hold on. Portal forward. Not going to be taking it. They back right out. But they have turn availability there. I think they can try and rush bottom lane and get the turn in there. Chess and Jinxie have a solid 37 between the two of them. So at least will be a majority turn in for them. They can have Stark and Kagekiri turn in after they get the... Oh, actually, Chess going to have to back out before they can finish that out. And they'll be just the rest of the team grabbing this Bruiser camp, and maybe they can rotate in. Stark also with 22 gems themselves. Can I get some scouting here? Stark will be sitting in the bush. And it's that tense moment of the late game for Tomb of Spider Queen, because realistically the Death Timers are getting to that point where you can get a lot of good advantage, and both teams have lost quite a lot in structures. We have end potential realistically for both teams. It's just who can get a turn in and have that added siege pressure throughout the lanes. Camp will be cleared out. Turn in still available for gillyShark, as Team Training Wheels is looking to pick up just about 21 more gems. I can continue on the rotations, but you can see I think they're also just making sure that those gillySharks can't get the turn in themselves. Also, they don't want to fall behind and miss out on that 20 talent tier, because I think that's going to be exactly the team fight situation gillyShark might be just waiting for. Slowly trying to turn these in. Stark does get 22 in. Chess going to be trying to get the next. They do see that the number's going up. Leyline Seal will go out. They're trying to just stall this out. That is going to be Decker Kane. They only need one more, and Kymo Tripson's going to be having that. Oh, but they step forward. That might have been a bad idea. The blink heal went out, and that is going to be gillyShark going down. They get the turn in regardless. They portal forward. The protection shield is going to be going out as well, and they have so much damage going on to so many of these members. They're trying to chase in further. Ryukin is going to be just so very low themselves. Warden's Cage will be there to slow them down, but Leyline Seal once again will be catching 3 members. Ice Block from the Jaina will be slowing this down. One more auto from Kymo Tripson. Actually, the healing will be good. They portal forward once again. The Raven Form Familiar will be doing some good damage, and Joanna will go down. That poison spreading to so many members. They have Maev going down as well. gillyShark goes right through the gate. Now, here's the thing. The Web Weavers descend into the lanes, and there's a lot of pressure already there. Mid lane is pretty pushed up, so they'll go ahead and work their way in right there. Portal forward, once again. They have the passive, or excuse me, the trait from Kagekiri to lock down this tower. Leyline Seal going to come out. Medivh cheats to grab another. They have the setup. Banshees forward. They're looking to get onto that gillyShark. Going to get a little damage there, but they confirm the mid lane keep. They can pressure in onto the core with this if they want. They've got a decently healthy Web Weaver. They've got 2 members down on the opposing side. And it's going to be Surloff trying to get some good clear into this, as gillyShark can do that, but unfortunately it's not enough. The Entomb goes out the last second just to block a little bit. The Web Weaver has ended its phase, but the core is starting to fall rapidly. Once again, Medivh with the Leyline Seal, as they have that cooldown reduction at level 16, which is offering so much power for them, and this is going to be the core going down. The GGs are called, and it's going to be game number 1 going over to gillyShark. GG. Well played. Ooh. That was so good. Really quickly, Selexia. Oh my god. Twitch alerts. Why do you do this to me, Twitch alerts? Hold on. Gotta resend this. Give me a second. Turd. Oh. There we go. Selexia, thank you so much for the 69 bits. I very much appreciate that. If anyone was wondering why so many Leyline Seals were happening, it is this is this talent right here, the Temporal Flux. Basic attacks reduce Medivh's heroic ability cooldown by 3%. Each enemy hero hit by Arcane Rift reduces Medivh's heroic ability cooldown by 9%. So basically, a single Q and an auto gives you 12% cooldown on your 80-second cooldown. That's so good. That is so absolutely good, and we saw so many follow-ups into that. Really, really great plays coming out from gillyShark in this map number 1. I'm going to go ahead and actually message the captain on the other side to find out what they want. And I'll also update the score stuff. Just a second. Oop. Alrighty. Oh, we'll show talents once again once I find out what they're interested in for next game. All right, cool. Let's pull it back. We'll find out in a second what they want to do. Is it looks like Bandit is very, very tired after that game number 1 we just had. It was a really, really fun game number 1 that we just went through though. A lot of really good plays. Team Training Wheels coming up very strong at the start, and the momentum very much in their favor in a lot of those situations. But it ends up being that we will be having Shark taking the game number 1. As I'm waiting to find out what their choices will be. Awesome. I will Discord. I'll message this person too. Just sending pings to everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out. If you are enjoying the stream, please go ahead and hit that follow button. I do a lot of casting on this channel. I'm not casting, I'm usually playing, but since there are so many leagues right now, it's kind of impossible, so I'm just doing a lot of casting. Probably when the seasons start to die out in like 2 weeks and there's going to be a lull and everything, I'll play a lot more games. Also, I think Cat Peach will be back from vacation, so okay. So we'll probably do another Sea of Thieves or something stream. On Thursday, I'm actually going to be over on the Heroes Hype channel doing... I'll be doing some games with them. I don't know if they're still doing custom brawls. I don't really know what the official plan is on that one, but I'll be over there. Either way, I don't have any games scheduled for tomorrow, but I'll pick something up, and then Wednesday there is Heroes Lounge S Division. I'll be casting it's like Web Gaming versus someone else, I think. Let's go ahead and get these 2 teams in. That's view profile. Invite to game and invite to game. Alrighty. Everything's been updated, and we're set up for next game. Actually, I forgot to update one slide. Okay. Cool. One team is ready. Yeah, they opted for that pick, so that. And now it's just to get any other team in here. Thanks for hanging out. And, yeah. We got games today, tomorrow, and Wednesday on this channel. Thursday I'll be playing over on the Heroes Hype channels. Fridays I usually take off. Saturdays I usually take off just because it's just really, really tiring. Because then Sunday I usually end up casting for 7 to 8 hours on the Blizz Heroes channel for the Tespa Collegiate series. And if you haven't checked that out, I do that with Jhow, and it's an absolute blast. We just finished out on the Swiss format, so we just went through 6 weeks of just teams battling it out, even matchups going against each other. So we had like Colorado School of Mines versus Queen's University. It was 2-3-2 teams, so they had three wins, 2 losses each. We actually had a lot of games like that yesterday. It was 5 5-0 versus 5-0 with Rutgers versus CPP. The actual order of everything was actually like a step up each time, which was really cool. I like the way that they did the order, but it just the way it worked out with scheduling. We had to kind of swap some things around. So now that phase is over, we have the bracket phase, and I'm super excited to see what it's all going to be, how it's all going to be shaping forward. Because Rutgers is basically coming in, I think, as like the #1 seed for that's just insanity. So I'm excited about the Tesla Collegiate Series and see what those teams are going to be able to pull out. But we got one more member going to be coming in here on the side of Team Training Wheels. They've loaded in. We'll get some readies out of the team, and we'll find out what will happen in this next game in this best of 3 series. Okay. I think everyone has hat that needs to have hat, and we just got to get the R's. Alrighty, let's go ahead. Let's get into this. Game number 2. We are going to be going to Towers of Doom. The moment that I need to do that, my audio starts to mess up. Time trolled me and picked Probius. Yo, that is insanity, Zhao. Like, that blows me away that they were able to pick that up. I'm gonna restart my my little Focusrite. Hopefully it is not gonna kill the audio in OBS. Fingers crossed. All right, cool. We got everything back. Awesome. So I can turn off this background music so that way it isn't gonna be overdoing it. But yeah, no. Seriously, Zhao, that was such a fun game to cast. That was absolute insanity to just see that Probius come out. We do have the Hanzo ban from gillyShark, as well as the Samuro ban once again from Team Training Wheels. They do not want to see that whatsoever. Probius split push OP, yeah. Whoa, no hots. That Probius play was so much fun to cast. CSM is ready to take down anyone. Only lost our game because we had a sub and put me on tank. Yikes. Oof. Yeah, it's not a good time right there. I think Colorado School of Mines is a great team. Like, I can't wait to see what I like that we also get the Medivh ban right here. We're not going to be seeing Medivh coming out, but Team Training Wheels is like, no. Stark, you don't get to play any heroes. No, it's seriously, the Tesla Collegiate Series has been so much fun, and like the stories that have developed and the teams that have been playing from week to week, it blows me away the skill level that they have. I absolutely love it. It's so much fun. I really wish it didn't go as little as it did. Like, it goes for quite some time. There's quite a few weeks of play, but it's just like, I wish that it was more than just this one little spot in March, April area. Dahaka Tyrande will be picked up on the side of Team Training Wheels. They'll have the global threat from the Dahaka, as well as nice follow-up and poke from Tyrande. The Sentinel is a very good tool for stalling out some of those shrines, as well as just scouting out where the enemy team can be. Jinxie Cat going to be pulling out the Joanna for game number 2 here. Rexar going to be played by chess leader probably once again. I think they're trying to decide on what they want to go for their support. No, they're focusing once again on the Sylvanas here for Kagekiri, and we saw it in game number 1. Got a lot of good value, locking down those towers and being able to push in. That siege potential is huge, and siege potential is really where we have to watch, because when you have a draft like this, they don't have anything really to siege per se, so they'll have to figure out in the later half of the draft what they're going to be slotting in with that. As we do get into this second ban phase here, they do need a support, so they could try and target out a support here like a Stukov or an Alex Straza. It's actually going to be the Brightwing. They don't want to deal with that in this game again. Your enthusiasm to some of the drafts was amazing, by the way. I really enjoy your casting. Oh, thank you so much, Tentori. Thank you. Thanks for coming by. I love this game, like, no joke. I work from home as an engineer, and I work 40 plus hours a week, and I will work from 7 a.m. till 4 p.m., eat dinner, and then at 5 p.m. cast until 9 p.m., and then go watch a TV show, and go to bed and repeat it. I look forward to casting every single time I get to do it. So this is the most fun thing for me to do. I absolutely have a good time with it. So thanks for your support, and thanks for coming by. I really appreciate it. Nubrak and the Greymane will be picked up here. It's going to be a lot of good dive, a lot of good blow up onto the side of Team Training Wheels. Really good setup from them. They're playing a very aggressive draft here. We'll have to see how they're going to be able to slow this down. Something to slow that down with a lot of dive is a Rainer. They do have that knockback. That is also going to be a great way to just kind of poke and whittle some of the enemy members down. We do also need to support as well. Maybe we do see that Stukov. Maybe we see the Alexstrasza for the Dragon form and some of this aggression. We don't get the Rainer, we get the Zool, so split pressure and as well as the constant AoE damage that he can bring in some of these fights with the not Reaper's. Is it Reaper's Mark? I can't remember. I'll have to look when we get in there. Either way, Jaina will round up the team for Team Training Wheels. We have Lockdown, we have Dive. Why not throw in some Snowy Burst? I really like Team Training Wheels draft. I said it in game number 1 too. I think they've got really great drafts. gillyShark though, they pull out the fun heroes as we do get this Zool, Sylvanas, Rexxar. What's crazy too is like if you looked at this draft back with the old rules, and maybe even a little bit before that, if I was going to tell you that you're going to be having a Rexxar, Sylvanas, Zool composition. And they're just like, well, where's the damage? Just like that's like Zool and Sylvanas are like your main source of damage. Like people would laugh in your face. Bitch, lasagna, what up? Yo, Kriv, how you doing, bud? What's your favorite engine? As in like car? Cause I don't do that kind of. I do drafting within AutoCAD engineering. Unless I completely miss the mark. Which I apologize. But Kriv, how you doing, bud? Thanks for coming by. Glad to see you in here. We got ourselves into the game. Let's get in. I pushed the button. On the left-hand side, we've got the members of gillyShark up a match in this best of 3 series, trying to close it out on Towers of Doom. Chest Looter will be on the Rexxar. We're going to be having Stark on the Zool, Kakakiri going to be on the Sylvanas. You have Kaimo Tripson on the Alexstrasza, and Jinxie Cat to round out the team on Joanna. On the right-hand side, we've got the members of Team Training Wheels, down 1, but trying to take us to Game 3. Giggle Schmack will be on the Greymane. Surloff will be on the Dahaka, Confused on the Jaina. Ryukin going to be on that Anubrek, and Taco Cat, red backwards, on the Tyrande. I gotta say, like, I absolutely love that. Yo, Moist Venus, thank you so much for the 69 and 1 bit. I very much appreciate your support, my bud. Thanks for coming by. Tuned in just in time to see some Dragon Queen poggers. Hey, that's what you like to see. A lot of poison damage is going to be spread around a couple of these members, as well as they have the Bone Prison from that Zool. We have Chest Looter going to be rotating up into the top lane against that Dahaka Surloff. Going to be able to get some good clear and maybe some tongue drags to get some blow up onto Misho and or Rexxar. See, we'll check out on that one here and there, but the main fun, most of what we're going to be seeing here is going to be in between the mid to bottom rotations. Just making sure that they can quest up a little bit more for that Sylvanas, picking up some more damage on the Unfurling Shadows. As I noted in the game before, Unfurling Shadows, the quickest way to note how much damage bonus it gives the friendly team, half that number that you're currently seeing, it's a 50% bonus, so 6 is 3 damage. There you go. We do have also the Fingers of Frost from the Jaina, so they should be picking up regen globes consistently through the lane rotations. We do have the Sentinel go out. They do know that they're on this point, so they're going to be taking an invade, and Giggleshmack going to be diving in. That will be the Root. Jinxie Cat coming in the backline. That also is going to be the Dahaka with the Brush Shock, but that will be a Nubrak going down very early in this engagement. Dahaka with a huge tongue drag onto Alexstrasza, not able to pop that Dragon form, and this point is going to go over to the members of Team Training Wheels, and as they get 2 kills in the early game, but trade out 1 themselves. Very, very good. Team Training Wheels hype. Oh, nice one, no. I love it when people just come in here just cheer on friendly teams. That's always the best. That's also going to be the Sappers through bottom lane getting some decent amount of damage. Greymane rotates over to the right hand side to pick up those as well. Seymour, how you doing? Thanks for coming by as well. Ryukin going to continue on the rotations, not picking up that Regeneration Master at level 1. Going to be going for a little bit more shielding. I don't know the talent off the top of my head. Nubarian Armor. I don't know why I couldn't think of that off the top of my head, when it's pretty much the standard for a lot of Anubarak players. Iceland's going to be coming up from Jaina, level 4. Going to be trying to get that pierced, I believe it is. It's just extra poke that she can add into these bell tower phases. And speaking of bell tower phases, that'll be popping up here in about 30 seconds. We'll get the alert for it in 5 as it hits the 2:30 mark in the game. But you can see this aggressive rotation coming in. They have the lockdown onto 1, but they're going forward onto Taco Cat, who's taking this very, very odd pathing. They're just trying to slowly make their way out of here, and so far it's working. As long as they can auto, they can heal. And that's just going to be the disengage. Nice use of just being able to kind of split and let the friendly team get right out of there while they just auto and heal and auto and heal. Checking out the top lane between Chess Leader and Surloff. They've actually pushed in this top lane quite a bit. Dahaka rotates over to the right-hand side to pick up the altar. This bottom one, I think, is just going to be forfeit, but that means that they're going to be trying to stop Dahaka. Not going to be able to get there in time. Shield Glare, oh, I was about to say Shield Glare is going to be in there in time, so the rotation didn't work out for them. And while they show in top lane like that, they say, cool, Team Training Wheels, they're going to open up bottom lane and really try and take out this fort. Because if you can take it, oh, no, they back right out of there. They know that they're going to be taking the rotation. If they get flanked like that, that might have been a bad play, giving over any sort of positional or experience advantage. Smart play from Team Training Wheels to back right out of there. Hella risky invade. I can agree with that. I can absolutely agree with that. But we're back to rotations. We're going to have a double altar phase between the bottom and the mid position here. We just have, we're going to be trying to see someone caught out in the rotations between either team, but they're realistically just doing opposite sides. We'll see the clear, and then they'll just be able to rotate safely. Use of the Sentinel there is impactful to the team, so they know that they're going to be coming down this way. When they don't see them, they might be able to try and invade this camp on the left-hand side. Ryukin is going to be exactly doing that. Jinxie Cat sitting in the bush. Dahaka with the brush talk down as well. We do have Chess Leader going to be joining in, but they have to rotate across the map. That's a lot of damage being spread to so many members. Dragon Form is popped by Kaimo Tripson, and they're moving in on this. It's going well for the members of gillyShark, as they also have the Misha Rexar combo jumping in here. Misha with that lunge forward. Misha charging to get the stun. Surloff is taking a lot of damage. That brush stock might have gone a little backwards for them, and after the chase and everything, nobody goes down. Actually, hold on. That's going to be Kagekiri getting dove on. That tongue drag from Surloff is so good. And that will be a reverse kill in favor for the members of Team Training Wheels. That's exactly what they want while this altar is about to pop. Granted, they have about 10-ish seconds to rotate their Sylvanas in to the friendly team. Rexar is going to try and check this out. They do see that the Nubrak is sitting in the bush, but that it's not going to be quick enough for the invade. Bottom altar is up and available to Haka, rotated back from Hearthing. Now, Alex Shraza down here by herself. It looks like no one's going to be trying to stop them for now. Stark trying to slow this down. Duranda maybe has it here. That will be the Lunar Flare for it. Rexar going to be trying to grab the top portion. Seraph is getting body blocked by the Misha. Bear doing work, but it looks like they're going to have to back off. Can Stark get the... No, the shield glare isn't enough from Jinxie Cat, and that will be 4 more shots going over to their core. 28-32 in core health. As we're getting later and later into this game, 7 to 8 in levels, we can actually rotate through some of the experience and healing numbers as those have come in thus far. We do have this nice pressure coming in for bottom lane. Tongue drag almost connected onto 1. Looking to get that damage out, but it won't be the case. Burrow charge forward. That's a lot of good damage coming out as well. They're spreading that damage around, and Jane is the first one to go down. Can they chase out any further than this? Gigglesmack just using the Gilnean cocktail for any sort of disengage if there is a mount. Root going to be going out from Stark. They have that couple seconds. Nice follow-up from Misha. They get the burn, and Greymane does go down. Whew. Licked and picked. That's very, very good. All right. Late game experience, we can actually see it's 3-3 in kills, but I noted this in the last game when it was 7-7. As the game progresses, the kills really start to give over more experience, and even though they've got the same amount, we are seeing a higher benefit from these later half kills on the side of gillyShark. Top lane is Chess Leader into Surloff once again. Bottom is going to be just rotating, cleared out. They're going to try and push in these sappers. They have some lockdown with Kagekiri, but I don't think that's going to be the case. 1, 2, and 3 make it in, so they just open up the gate. Their Sentinel goes out once again. Double altar phase in the top and the right position. 10s are going to be here as well in favor for the members of gillyShark. They've got the Skeletal Mages as well as the Wailing Arrow from Sylvanas. Going to be trying to get some slows as well as that silence. They need to make the rotation now as the altars will be popping up in just a couple seconds. Both will be up here.
Take the
Do they go for the aggressive invade, or do they just trade these out? Jinxie Cat is going onto the right-hand side. Shield Glare will stall it a little bit. Kagekiri on that left. Actually going to have the Dragon Form popped right here. They want to go in. Seraph is going to be joining in. That's going to be the wind buffet to push them back a little bit, but Misha getting some decent damage. They do pop the Essence as well. Below us, we're going to be having a couple members sharking around, trying to make sure that there's no flanks happening. Stark doing exactly that, and Taco Cat a little bit more so on the right-hand side here. Seraph is getting turned on. That's also going to be the Cleansing Flame coming out from Kaimo Tripson, and that Misha Bear is trying to chase in. We have the Web Wrap out onto Zool here, who actually gets right out of there just in time. The Skeleton Mage is in the backline. It's also going to be the Wailing Arrow coming out from Sylvanas. So much good damage is going over in favor for gillyShark, and they get 1, 2, and 3, 4 kills. That's going to be the Dahaka still staying alive, and Chest Looter steals this away. With 4 kills like that, they should rotate over to boss and go for 4 extra shots. Doesn't seem like that's the case. They want to go for mid lane pressure, and it's just going to be the fort taken down, so they can at least get extra bell tower shots in their favor. Maybe when they see the enemy team rotating over for this bell tower, they can rush for the boss or take a fight. That could be the play. We'll see what their gain is off of this. As they do take that mid lane fort down, they jump over the wall with that Banshee on this for Kage and get the clear onto this camp. Meanwhile, Zoo will open up bottom lane a little bit more so the sappers can walk in faster. They also have the skeletal boys. I can't think of the name. I don't know what they actually are off the top of my head. Hold on, that's going to be the dive in. That's going to be a nice tongue drag on the Kage carry. A lot of good damage goes out, but the Banshees aren't able to be there in time, and they actually jump onto this camp and steal it away before the members of gillyShark can claim it. 28 to 24 in core health and 7 to 4 in kills. This game, I feel like it's just kind of getting started here, as we have 13 to 11 in level, so we have that extra talent here. But with that kill and that pickoff, I feel like we're going to get some late game plays, and we're going to be really getting to the low spot here. Stark taking a lot of damage is going to drop that bone armor. We also do have the Shadow Stalk from the Tyrande, Cleansing Flame coming out from this Alexstrasza. Ryukin is going to get rooted. They're on this camp. They're trying to stay on it, but Ryukin's so very low. Web Wrap does go out. They have the Impale. They're trying to stall this out as best they can. Ryukin getting such good healing, but Kagekiri is back. Wailing Arrow to start this out. Confusion goes down, as well as Jaina, and now Greymane going to be picked off as well. Taco Cat the only one left alive. We do have sappers pushing in through bottom lane. They all will connect into the bell tower. They need to clear out this wave as well. Possession going to be used to make sure that's just an easier clear. Mid lane bell tower will be cleared out, but here's the thing. Top lane, we did have Chest Looter clearing this out and getting the conversion, so they still get the 5 shots. Kaimo Tripson instantly going for those, as we do have Chest Looter grabbing the siege camp in top lane. They still have the talent tier advantage on the side of gillyShark, and they'll be continuing to pressure that in here. We also do have some questing talents being finished out. We actually have the Hunter-Gatherer for that Rexar just being finished out. We also do have the... Hold on, the root goes out onto 1. I think that's the Blessed Shield set up. We have the Condemn to pull them in. The Slow comes out as well. Confusion taking a lot of poison damage. Alexstrasza going to be popping the Dragon Form. Burrow out from a noob wreck. They can convert this bottom bell tower, as they have that lockdown from Sylvanas, and that's just going to be the disengage as they convert another bell tower. Meanwhile, in top lane, we have these sappers trying to be pushed in. Seraph is doing their best to push this back, but they're taking too much damage. Tongue drag onto the Misha, then they're trying to pull them into that death zone, but the sappers are actually doing way too much damage. Burrow right there will save them, but oh wait, no. Burrow doesn't save them. Mid lane now, we turn over our sights. There's only 1 bell tower left up and in availability. There's only 1 bell tower left up for the members of Team Training Wheels, and they're just burning right through this. Zool locked down onto 1 with that root, and now that's going to be the barrage in their favor. Also to note, we have a triple bell tower phase coming up fairly soon. They want to make a conversion onto one of these bell towers as fast as possible. We have Chest Looter going into top lane. Kage's still showing around mid. They want to just slow this down as quickly as possible so they can have that constant barrage going. Zool doing such good slashing damage. Silence coming out from Sylvanas. They get the Anubrak. Giggle Schmack doing their best to clear out this bell tower, and they will be able to convert it. Tongue drag onto 1, but they have the follow-up root. Nice use of the burrow to stop the burrow onto the root onto them. Silence goes out onto 1, and realistically, it's just going to be a tongue drag to follow up. That will still be the Dahaka going down. They stop it with 12 core health, but here's the thing. They only need 2 bell towers on the side of gillyShark to end this game. There's 3 altars. We have Joanna and Zool. So Jinxie Cat will zone as Stark is going to try and get the channel. Sylvanas is up in the top left here. We already have Chest Looter on the right. This is going to be the bottom delayed out, but I don't think that's really the case. We have Chest Looter finishing out the other one, and so does Kagekiri. The core gets barraged, and that will be game number 2 over to gillyShark. GG. Well played. Skeletal Boys is the new name now. Those are really, really good. Let me message the captain. All right. Okay. Show stats once again. Alrighty, and at this time, we are going to be joined by Stark, offlane themselves. How you doing? How you feeling after that? After the best of 3 series right there?
I didn't even offlane this time. Like last time, I did. But this time, I didn't even off. Like Medivh is not an offlane hero.
True. He is support, so you not really can't really be in the offlane with the support. No, that was an amazing set here, and so actually let's talk a little bit about that set that did just unfold. So we went to Tomb of Spider Queen for map number 1, and the Medivh plays were extremely strong. I gotta say that 16 talent tier was so powerful for you because it was just leyline seal after leyline seal. But before that, there was a lot of good momentum going over in favor for Team Training Wheels. Did the team feel like they were slipping in some aspects, and you had to kind of bring it back, or was it just like, oh, we got to hit this point within the game to really start to pop off?
Yeah, we had this discussion after like 2 of us died in the first 30 seconds. We're like, that's not good. We should maybe reevaluate our lives and what we're doing and our life choices, and are we good people or not? And we had that long philosophical discussion, and we decided that the enemy team's draft can kill us, so we should like not get killed. And
Fair.
then we thought that, and then we got killed again, and it didn't work. So then we went through that whole process again, self-reevaluation, and then we figured it out that we needed to not die, not get killed by their blow-up. And I think we eventually got there.
It was just such a good back and forth in that game number 1 because I really didn't know who was going to be taking it. They really had all your forts down, you had theirs down as well, and they started to have a couple moments of momentum building in their favor, but it seemed like that last little bit, those leyline seal setup and just being able to just lock one down and burn them right after they come out of that was just so powerful for you. Moving into game number 2, Towers of Doom, they ban out 2 heroes against you specifically. One, well, actually, just really quickly,
I play first ban for Team gillyShark.
I was gonna ask, how does it feel to actually have your two bans like that specifically just targeted towards you?
That's fine. I'll just play my 90% win rate Reyna.
Okay.
Sorry, that's a little bit. Let me check my stats. 40 wins and 8 losses. So that's an 83.3% win rate. So I journalized myself a little bit, but yeah, that's fine. They can ban me. I'll just pick something else.
We are also going to be having, so they had a super divey, aggressive blow-up composition, and they were getting those kills in the early game, and so I guess it's the same kind of question from Tomb of Spider Queen. What were the adjustments that you made going into this? Because you did have the Alex Straza, which is great for that, you know, wing buffet to push them back and kind of play a little bit more on the controlling side, as well as Joanna does a great job of that. Was it just kind of playing slower? Was it hitting a point, or was it just, you know, we decided not to die anymore?
Well, the first thing was in the draft. We saw the Anub, the Tyrande, the Greymane, and the Dahaka. And I believe we played against that before on your stream, on Dragonshire.
That sounds familiar.
Against NUES, they had a Hanzo and a Greymane, I want to say.
Okay.
And then that was where I was like, I'm just going to last pick Zul because they have no wave clear. So I thought, my phone is buzzing. We should just do that again because it's like the same draft. So I picked the Zul again.
And was it?
The problems we had that game was the camp invades.
That's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
They invaded us on the camp. What are we gonna do? Well, we need to like not do this because although Rexar's like really cool and he was too busy on his phone answering the call that he couldn't come down to help with the camps. Dahaka was really on the ball. He just like took the subway. Dahaka, you know, he does that. So we're on the camp. Dahaka burrows in. We're like, well, this is dumb. I guess we all die now and they have to camp. So what are we going to do next time? Because we're all dead and we can sit in our pool of shame and think about our lives and what we've done wrong. And we're like, we need to not die on the camp. So then we died on the camp again about 10 minutes later.
It's true, though.
Okay. That thing that we said we were going to do, we did again. But it got to that tipping... That was the only real problem in that game, was the camp invades, because the cocoon engages were scary, but I think regardless of who they cocooned, we had a way to disable their engage.
Okay.
Because if there's a wailing arrow still outside, then that removes the Jaina from the question. She's not an auto attack hero. She has buttons to push, and she can't push the buttons. If they put Sylve in the cocoon, then I'm out of the cocoon, so I can remove the Greymane from the equation with my auto attack slow.
Yeah.
And then if they cocoon the Lieutenant Morales, then
Lieutenant Morales?
Marcus Morales, right? Isn't that how you play the game?
Oh, okay. I was like,
doing it wrong this whole time.
There's no Morales. I was like, wait, where did I miss the entire game?
No, she was on top of the dragon. I don't know.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah. If they cocoon the medic, then we're like, well, neither of their damage can do anything. Because Greymane, he'll have his button, his go for the throat that he can't push because he's silenced, and he won't be able to auto attack because Azul exists as a hero.
Yeah.
Jaina can't do anything. So it was kind of scary, but one time, like later on in the camp invades, we just turned around and fought them 3v4, I think. And they couldn't really do anything. I want to say
it was like that. Yeah, I think it was like when Kage was just coming back or something, but
yeah.
it was such an insanely good set between the two teams. Like, was it just hitting a point for the team to realize to start coming back in the game, or was it just that realization right there? It's just like, all right, let's just start fighting back into them harder, and that was the turnaround for you as a team. Yeah,
well, the Zul, it's nice to have the 13 power spike, because once you get going for like a little bit, your auto attacks are just like insane, and you just can't die.
Exactly.
So the 13 spike was nice, but I think the main thing was from game 2, we really leaned on the win condition that game of the enemy team's wave clear being terrible.
Okay.
It was Jaina, and that's it. So we had the possession and we had the Zul dudes, and we were just pushing all the lanes in, and we just wore them down over time. But their team fight on paper is better than ours.
Yeah, it's just overall, I think map pressure.
I think we just apart from the stupid camp invades, which is just us being dumb. Like, there's really no excuse for that sort of stuff happening twice in a row. Apart from that, I think we were fine.
I thought they were great games. Like, I had so much fun with them. Before I let you go, any shouts that you'd like to give, even though I'll see you all in 27 minutes. 23 or 6 as it just
26
changed.
Actually.
Yeah, it just changed over. But yeah, any shouts that you'd like to give before we wrap up our interview here?
It's a good question. Shout out to Possessed Minions, carried game 2 pretty well. Shout out to you for casting. Shout out to Gilly for just existing as a concept and a person in this world we live in. We wouldn't be here without her. Shout out to Bandit. He's cool. The team played alright, so I guess they can have a shout out this time. Shout out to Call of the Wild. Don't know. Shout out to someone else. Shout out to the enemy team for being opponents. We nearly played against some AIs. That would have been embarrassing.
Yes, as I added a bunch of them in the lobby while we were getting set up. But no, it was an amazing set. It was so much fun to cast, and I'll see you all in about 25 minutes. But congratulations on your victory, and I can't wait to see you next time.
Yeah, ready to cook some HOTUS butt.
Well, there's a little bit of a rivalry there, so I'm excited to discuss that a little bit further when we get into that game. But thank you so much for the interview, Stark. Thank you so much for the games, and see you in a little bit.
Yeah, see you in the next interview.
Ooh. That's going to be Stark with the interview right there. Really quickly, I just gotta say, Moist Venus, thank you so much for the 70 bits. 69 bits realistically. Also, Kaimo Chipson, thank you so much for the resub for 10 months. Year 1 subscription, I very much appreciate that. I saw that right at the end, Kriv. Hot take, Stark has a fake accent. I think it's real. Stark is actually Jimmy V. Well, thank you all so much for hanging out. Bandit, he's just been... You alright, bud? You doing okay? He's been, I don't know, maybe he's just had an off day for casting. He's being a weird boy, but no, thank you all so much for hanging out, and also Radically Dreaming and Zekia, thank you so much for the follows during that game and interview. I very much appreciate the support. That will be wrapping it up for me. For now, we're going to be hosting over another stream in just a second here. I'm going to do a quick couple plugs. For example, in 24 minutes, I'm going to be over on the Nexus Gaming Series channel. If you want to see some awesome Here's the Storm's games, like you just saw, I'll be over there casting for Heroes of the Storm. So definitely go ahead and show some support to whoever we host over in just a second here. I'll figure that out while we're going away. I'm just looking through everything. But no, thank you all so much for supporting. I'll be over on the other channel. We're going to be picking up the Heroes of the United States versus gillyShark. So if you like the team that you just saw, you enjoyed Stark's interview, go ahead, jump over to the Nexus Gaming Series channel, and we'll be live in about 23 minutes for some more games. Until then, I am Bahamut, your caster friend, and I'll see you in 20 minutes.